Hello, hello, Metroidvania here, and it's just taking a moment for UE to load. Like I started it, I think 3 minutes ago. It shouldn't have taken this long. I have no idea why it's decided it needs to be this long to load. But today it's just decided that's the thing. So here we are. And we are living our best thug life. I switched to UE 5.3, and of course it comes with a free error that I have not been able to fix despite rebuilding every one of the landscapes individually. I will find an answer as soon as the internet finds an answer too. I'm also testing out cell shading for reasons. This is with the cell shading enabled. I kind of like it and I kind of don't. Oh, my bad. I was also playing with gravity. Don't override world gravity. We got gravity? We good? Okay, we good. I'm also going to disable the music on her, because if I'm listening to music on stream, I don't need to hear music in the game. You can definitely tell I was using this off stream, because everything is now enlarged to full size of the monitor, and it just, you know, going to take a bit to really fix it all back up. That's okay. Close that there. Save this. All right. So where we're at currently is we have this enabled. I did nanite on all the various landscapes. I haven't been able to figure out how to view farther, because even though I'd set it to max, it won't load out there. So I don't know. So I might want to put these all on different maps purely because just for visual things, I don't know how I'm supposed to hide that or put something there so they can see it. But ignoring that, I like the outlines this puts on things quite a bit. But Poppet doesn't look quite as good this way. She doesn't look terrible, but I need to work on her hair too. I worked on her dress and how it moves better. Her hair is still crazy. I'm kind of debating on if I even want to keep this outfit though, or if I want to go back to the old one though, because the hat, I wrote a story, and the hat would be another character that has to get added in, but the story doesn't make sense with the hat there. So a talking hat is cool and all, but is it really that useful? I don't know. Anyway, this is what it looks like with cell shading. Or we can always go back to the other where it's not cell shaded. Let's see. Oh, I gotta go on details. Post. Without cell shading, it's this. Really changes the coloring of the mountains and stuff. It makes the grass a lot less interesting, I think. I'll hit the button. I haven't actually added in a ghost form for this thing yet. I made a whole bunch of paper ZD and it just didn't work out that well, so I need to fix all these mountains, of course. So, I mean, I kind of like it better with the cell shading. I'm kind of a fan of cell shading. I think people are kind of split on it, though. I think Poppet looks better, though, without cell shading. So, kind of uncertain thing. But I mean, the mountains look so much less good, because with the cell shading, the mountains have just kind of a nicer look overall, as far as I think the color coding on them. I don't know, it kind of softens things. Also, I'm not sure I want to try to be too realistic. I'm really leery of that, because some of my assets are not that realistic and other ones are way too realistic, so I kind of want to get a happy median. I might stick with it, though. I just like the coloring setup. Now the Poppet looks terribly worse. She still looks pretty close. But as you can see, it's not that hard to add in a post-process to dictate that kind of stuff, so... And obviously the game's going to be at night anyway, so there's that. Did I actually, okay, I did. I don't think there's going to be that many people watching tonight, but who knows. I'm kind of the opinion that I just need to stream more often. So with cell shading, it's supposed to look like this. Which I think overall looks better. I almost want to make it just like a regular RPG because the physics thingy is the physics-based stuff is requires specialized levels for it. But I don't know. I'm gonna work on Poppet though. I think because her hair is driving me crazy. I might end up reworking her again later. What is my current placeholder? She might as well be good enough. She has jiggle physics now too. Alright, so we cloth painting. At least Poppet's hair's not that complicated. I'm just going to redo her hair entirely. I think it's just better that way. So we're going to do gradient. And I think we'll just go 0 to 50. I can already tell this is a lot slower when doing it on this while the stream is running. We'll see how it goes. I find in learning Unreal I have a lot to learn, and it's kind of time-consuming to learn all that while still doing my regular job, so we'll see how often I can stream it, but I want to stream it more often. I think the interest is definitely there, even if I'm not that knowledgeable yet. Honestly, that's probably good enough. Kind of get an idea of where I want it to be. I'm going to have to redo a bunch of anyways. It doesn't super matter. I'm not going to sit there and individually go a full line around things. It doesn't work right. Like, there's always that little space that's missing that ruins it. So we do that just so it's got the full ridiculous. And then I usually just brush back to 0 on all the areas I don't want to move. Which is basically the top of the head because her hair will fall out. And, you know, early doll balling is a very big problem in this world. You know, early onset doll balding. So we're going to save Poppet that embarrassment and make certain her hair actually stays in. I had it gradiented all the way down to 100%, and that makes her hair just fly everywhere, which is awful. I don't like it. It's not a good thing. You wanna. It is nice to have their full hair move. It looks kind of cool in a way, but because she's wearing a hat, it makes it less good. I might just give her a regular cap and go from there. Or just, you know, hair cap here. As long as it's relatively even, that's good enough. It's strand-based hair, so they're not going to really be staring too much at it. I just don't want it to fall out. Alright. Then we wait for the hair physics to do its thing. Apparently there's, when I reinstall Windows, which is part of why I didn't stream for a while, it re-enabled sounds on everything. I need to change that. Because for some reason Windows thinks you want sounds every time you click the button, which is insane. Like, why would you want sounds when you click the button? That don't look so bad. Of course, then it loses the ability to move the camera half the time. Like, you can move to the sides and up and down, but you can't rotate it. It's a weird glitch I've just seen in Unreal Engine, and in every version I've encountered it. But, whatever. Is that hair better? Definitely better. I mean, still gonna probably go through her hat, but we'll worry about that later. It's a little less wild. Kind of gets stuck in her mouth, too. But if you ever really hang out with any women who have long hair, you'll actually learn that their hair does actually get stuck in their mouth. It'll go flying up right in their face and just get stuck in their mouth. One of those things you can really laugh at if you've ever had a girlfriend that, you know, had this problem. Strong wind blows, she's like, and you're like, heh, 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 heh. At least I laugh at it. But I'm a horrible person, so it's okay. Okay, so we got that fixed up. I do like the cell shading. I'm just not sure on this. I changed the floor color too. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I really do think I like the cell shading better. They don't really look like they actually move, right? They don't walk anymore. That one did. This one, look at that one walk that time. Those are 2D sprites that are like Paper ZD, and they're all like angled a little funny, it looks like. Are they? I'm not sure what I'm doing with those yet. But I'm definitely making larger rooms, I think, and having them be more jump-centric, like more platforming. Red lights look a lot crazier with this much more reflective floor. I don't know how I feel about the floor, though. It is interesting, though. Nice time of day. What? Now you're super dark? Like before it wouldn't be dark at all in here. That's why I would often disable the thing, because you would be not dark. I'm inside the wall. Nice. Hmm. 5.3 did some strange things, yo. I wish the light was consistent. Because I could easily edit in this and it'd be perfect, but instead it's not. Whatever. And then I disabled Tinka summoning because she was broken due to... I don't remember why. There was one of the plugins I think when moved over that it just ruined her. Or am I just spawning her? Spawn actor, yeah. Get that working again. Ugh, man. This here, fix all the things that I broke intentionally due to the plugin that was involved not actually working. Okay. Sometimes Unreal Engine, you're a little weird. It's like, but guys, that's not a thing. Okay. It should be spawning an actor right there. Why can't you destroy this? That's bizarre. It's an actor, not an object. That's weird. Actor? Sure. I don't really want to index them all. Huey likes to break if you do things like that. I don't know how they got changed. That's weird. But whenever you move things between versions of the engine, you know, things happen. So you just kind of live with it. So first we'll fix things up, and then I'll start probably just designing levels, because graphics are probably the best thing to do on stream anyway. Programming's okay, I guess, but... She works okay, that's not bad. Especially the FPS stuff, though. Yeah, it does. On the other hand, it's also while I'm streaming, so I always assume the FPS is going to be a lot trashier while streaming. So I don't know, like, a lot of times this engine does not actually seem particularly, like, it seems like it's really easy to overwhelm it. But Poppet's model is also really big. I just don't have much of a way to fix that yet. I think she's like grossly big, right? I might have to find a way to optimize her. Not gonna worry too much about it until I actually get the settle on her model exactly what I want it to be. Yeah, she's 154.8 megabytes, which is a lot as opposed to the other. And her hat's also huge. I might turn her hat off. She's got a hat is probably pretty massive. No, it's tiny. Okay, well, it's not that bad then. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely think I want to make a small game first, like, before I really even get too far into this one anymore, because it's just so much effort to make this game, and it's going to be kind of rough. Why can I no longer see in these things? Like, for the longest time, it was incredibly well lit, and these things weren't blocking any sun. Now does it finally block sun? That's both wild and weird at the same time. Whereas here, it's not blocking the sun at all. I guess this is underneath this landscape, so it acts as like a sunshade. Okay. Does that mean I need an additional landscape above here to mess with that? What is this? Huh. Don't know why it's tripping right there, but it's kind of weird. I think I want to make him do some jumping things all the way around here if possible, so I'm probably going to erase the floor here and start doing that. Let's play around a bit. Can I disable all messages? No, not in this. Whatever. Let me think about this for a second here. Am I going to do it like this and put some sort of blocks in the way? Or I guess I will. Never built a platformer before, so it's kind of an experiment on how to make levels. So level design is not yet my forte, but don't worry, with enough practice and maybe some suffering, I can make it happen. Could have just rotated it 90 degrees. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. We'll use this as like the layout of things. I'm going to do something about these walls because you can walk on the walls. I don't want that. But for now, until I come up with a better idea of what I'm going to use for it, we'll just pretend like you can't. Weird floaty boxes are now a thing. All snake-like and like that. I've come to the conclusion I don't really even care about overall realism inside the attic. It's all about making it just however I'm going to make it. I actually might loop these on each other so this way you can't get inside it. I don't hate that idea. Alright. Do I want to move any more over there? I probably do, actually. I might even raise the ceiling up. I'm not sure I even need a ceiling. I'm actually tempted to just put this on a separate map entirely so I can actually have it always dark on that map to make up for the fact that it's supposed to be dark in the attic, and only when you go into the levels is it supposed to be different. That's probably fine. I'm debating if I want to drag all the way over the wall or not. If I do that, then I can have something over here. Or I can just have a jump thing over there. I'm just going to not block it completely. I have a better idea. I am going to block here, though. No, not like that. Not like this. Not like this. No rhyme or reason to this attic. No. Not that last one, thank you. Up we go. Attempt to go up. Critically fail. Move it back down. Hide my shame. Do it again. These are my prototyping blocks, do not question. My illogical boxes. That random every time I move the thing. Because why not? Who doesn't want illogical boxes? I was going to have random pieces of furniture that you jumped around on all the time to do things, but I'm starting to realize that that might be really heavy on the resources. All the textures for everything is kind of a lot. Because in the first area I did a whole bunch of that. So it's like, I don't know, it's a lot of resources. I might want to recycle a bunch just so I don't end up with this massively bloated game. More beyond bloated than it already is, I guess. Alright, so I think we need a mechanic or 12. Definitely or 12. Actually, I'll put something over here. Oops. I almost want to hide these when purposes do, or even just pull landscape over to here. It looks fine when you're not using streaming it, but because I'm streaming it, I have less screen to work with, so I gotta get used to that. Okay, if I put everything on one side, it'll be fine. Alright, so I kind of want to obscure things here. Always walk around or underneath it when you fly around it. With the, which thing can you walk around? I mean, I'm not even sure what I'm going to do about the flying mechanic thingy. I'm not sure how I would even balance that, to be honest. I might just make it like an extension of the jump. A third jump where she turns into a ghost to do it. That might be pretty cool. It would explain the extra jump. Huh. Alright, time to pull out all kinds of weird assets to play with. Time to switch out of landscape mode. Unreal Engine really does want a lot of space. It really does. I really have given up on rhyme or reason for how this is set up. Oh, now I got a book spline. Let me drag my spline over here. Actually, I can just rotate the whole spline, right? So... why am I duplicating it? Oh, if I can't do that because the spline goes that direction, right? Well, actually, I guess I can. Let's see what we're doing here. We're really just going to do this. Oops. Well, let me click on this stuff here. No, maybe. It's wrong one. That's why. I was like, wait a minute. The camera's a little fast for movement here. There's no longer rhyme or reason here. Never. What do you think, Shadow Dragon? Do you think the I'm testing out the cell shading. The cell shading or no cell shading is the question. Right now it's in cell shading mode. It's kind of a light cell shade. As evidenced by all these things here. I guess I need to raise the floor up a bit. Poppet looks a little less good. I don't have it dark yet. I need to turn the darkness on to really get an idea, but this is more the cell shaded look. Kind of less prevalent on these things. Also, it's kind of laggy, but I'll fix that, I guess. I can just jump through the floor. Neat. I think it's more interesting in the outside world. Yeah, errors. Ever since I switched to Unreal 5.3, I've had errors. Oh. Or if you're out here in this... This is how it looks with like actual cell shading out here. Versus oh, thanks. Pretty much, yeah. 3D is looking pretty good. I'm just debating on like regular 3D versus cell shading. And that's what we have going right now. This is the regular 3D. I might change the color of her hat. I might change her hat entirely though, so there's that. Hey Zerickson, I'm making Poppet Quest. It's a game about cursed dolls in an attic and traveling to a strange world inside of paintings. It's supposed to be dark, but I'm testing out this thing. See if it looks good. Close all that does. I'll get rid of post. I gotta make it dark. Oh, thanks. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the current argument is oops, can't see anything here. Yeah, the FPS is pretty much terrible because I'm streaming and I don't know if I can really do much about that, sadly. So, no cell shading. Fair enough, sure. Versus the other one here. No, let's see. It's actually window up here, I think. This one here. You just drop me off of that. Or this is with the cell shading. You can also get an outline around things, if anything. Poppet looks a little less defined, I think. So I don't really know which one I like better, per se. They both have their interesting things. I like the extra detail that this one shows as far as just, you know, highlighting things, making it a little more visible, but I don't know. Or I guess in the attic area. Hard to figure out where I'm actually supposed to land at. This is my placeholder corgi. I have a corgi model that I'm supposed to put in here, but I took a picture of it and just stuffed the picture in until I put him in there. The corgi doll. Very important. Yeah, this is with the cell shading and the regular things there, so I don't know, like... Oops. I'm kind of an artist myself, so... I guess any opinions in the peanut gallery are always welcome on that one. But anyway, I was designing things, and I'll probably leave the cell shading on just because I've looked at the other for so long that, why not? Let's see. Turn this camera way down so I don't hate my life, as usual. Which is what happens when you do that. Okay, well, this seems way too organized for my tastes. I've come to the conclusion I'm just going to make things weird intentionally. Logic has no place here. I'm not sure I even want this in here because it's just a drawer. It might be a little bizarre and weird. Maybe not. Somehow that supports the weight of the desk. Don't question it. It's fine. Rhyme or reason means nothing. He's not in the attic. I could be using the shortcut keys. I probably should be. I should get used to using those more. I think I actually might take this out of here or something, or even put it underneath here. So it's E and W and R, of course, sure. Not that hard of keys to remember, but doesn't mean I will. Wow, you multiply that by 5 and it seems huge. Nope. Should make the game like only up and just pile crap everywhere. It'd be great. I could just extend this wall out. I think that's probably what I'll do. Kind of regret building later areas first, because now the later areas will have to be rebuilt to be more difficult as time goes by. Not that I'm sure if I'm even that great at doing difficulty scaling, but whatever. Oops. I need to change out the walls too, so this way you can't just hop on them. Actually, I have an idea here. I think I want a little more on here. Having it just be flat looks a little weird, so I need a good portion of extra. And then we're just going to sculpt it down. I don't have time to wait for that. Let's make it ridiculous. That really didn't help, did it? If I'm going to do that, I need even more. I've underestimated just how much I'm going to need. Now they have nanite landscapes. I kind of want to make use of them more. And before they didn't have it, and I was kind of being dumb using them, apparently. Nobody tells me these things. Apparently, all these demonstrations for nanite were just using meshes and just creating a fake landscape. And here I am creating a real landscape like a dumbass. Do I want to go all along the sides here? I guess I could. I used to sit there and try to push the very end of it down, but I just found it was easier to just, you know, invisibility it out of existence. It's not even invisible, it's actually just removed. That's probably fine. I mean, it's that or just have weird floating walls. Now it looks like the ground's melting, I guess, which I think is probably better. At least more interesting, right? Oops. Yeah, I'll do that there. Might as well up my visuals. At least some. That's gonna be what, 200? It takes forever to do this. I used to have some sort of weird water-looking oil stuff down there, and the thing was, like, it's just not really water-looking, just oil down there. But it just looked kind of terrible because it, for some reason, was always capturing the light, even though it was below multiple landscapes and should not actually be able to be hit by light at all. It just was. It looked horrible. So I'm like, ugh. Now I just went with darkness because I came to the conclusion that, you know, it just looked more menacing. I'm going to spend more time creating like areas that are more built out for, like, say, combat, where it'll have a lot more just stuff on the ground that, like, makes an area versus more platforming areas like these. Really split it up more, and I'll just leave the areas open for when I deal with the combat, because for now I'm kind of not dealing with the combat. I mean, I'll get around to it. I gotta be in the mood to sit there and deal with the AI stuff. I honestly, I don't know. It's just like with RPG Maker. There's just sometimes nights where I'm just all about that, and other nights where I just can't be bothered. I mean, if I had my choice, I would do art all the time, and I wouldn't probably do any coding if I really got to pick. But sadly, I don't think anyone's hiring me to do their to do the art for their game. I don't think. I mean, I actually don't ever ask, but maybe they would. More of they won't do my game for free, and I don't really have enough money to hire a programmer necessarily. So, yeah, you know. Is what it is. I might swap out the music to the other stuff I want to test. Where did you go? Oh, actually, I can just do it this way, I think. I was trying Windows crappy one. A crappy media player. Can you drag those on here? Does that work? Play files? No? Maybe? Oh, Windows. Okay. I can't even move the play files option here. That's weird. I was trying to drag it over and show you what kind of weird mess that looked like, but apparently only half the image could even be dragged. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's great. Never question it. Or do. Whatever. It's all good. I don't need any of this. Sometimes it ends up quite large. I don't want it to be quite large. Because it doesn't quite get... Rhyme or reason is not always the best, it seems like. Sometimes it's got a very weird rhyme or reason. Like, look at how much that takes out of there for some reason. I don't really want that necessarily. I just don't want areas that the player can land on. So as long as I get rid of those, that's all I care about. Let's do this. Sure. Yeah, this new Humble Music thingy sucks. There's so many bad tracks in it. There's like one group of like 10 tracks that's amazing. Like one of the albums is awesome. And then the others are just... Well, this depressing ambient garbage. It's just not my thing. I see. Anyway, yeah, I think I like it better with having just something there. This needs to be pushed down more, though. The player can't be allowed to land on it, so... Guess I can shove those down. Well. No, you. I need to probably make some sort of moving things that just kind of knock the player around and everything, and maybe even a crushing thing too. Because what I'm going to do is, actually I'll just do it right now, I'm going to put a respawn point over probably in this general vicinity. I want to be really easy on the player. So, because this is the first area, so, you know, like, later on it's not going to be as easy, but I also kind of suck at platforming myself, so I'll probably end up making the game way easier than the hardcore people will want it. That's okay. I'm not too concerned about the hardcore people, because I have to be able to test the game too. If I had a control set, it'd probably be better. Perfect. I'm gonna have a thing. That looks creepy. Cell shading makes Poppet's face look less good. It looks okay there, but that other thing is kind of crappy. Yeah, I'm gonna have a thing where I fade her out and everything like that. She just disintegrates when you go down there, but I have to set it up, and it's part of this. It's like a pre-made thing that does it. I just forgot how to set it up. To be 100% honest, it'll probably take 5 minutes after I watch the tutorial on how it's done. People's weird plugins, you know? Actually, I'm not even sure it's a plugin. It might actually just be a set of blueprints and materials. Could be. Could be. Well, not 2,000. That would be a lot. Oops. Add a bit over here so the boxes are on top of something. Definitely have a combat area out here, as evidenced by this giant thing there. I want to have things that like just keep the player on the ground. I don't think I want to be able to platform while doing combat, because then I'd have to program an AI for that, and that's just beyond my capabilities. I'm just gonna say it right now. An AI that deals with all that, just beyond me. At some point maybe it'll be different. That different time is not right now. I have no idea. Still learning the AI in the first place. But see, that was less important than jiggle physics, so you know, I learned that first. It literally took like a minute to learn jiggle physics. There was a video, it's like, jiggle physics in 60 seconds. They were right, it really does take 60 seconds. For whatever it's worth, they're like, you know, it's like, you just have to put things on the boob bones like that, blah, blah. It turns out DAS models actually do include, as the guy put it, boob bones. It's actually just the pectorals, but you know, boob bones. It was very exciting. Because before 5.3 you couldn't add bones to a skeleton without going into Blender, and I don't know very much about Blender, and I kind of don't care to learn, because now Unreal Engine has a lot of the features that Blender does just built in. Supposedly, I haven't actually looked at it, but you can add bones and remove bones and things like that now. That's true. So it's probably not as full featured as Blender. I mean, I'd be surprised if it was, though then again, Unreal Engine does like to add its tools in. One thing that does it all, if you let it. But I already, like, they'd already had it on their roadmap they were going to do that, so I was like, I don't think I need to learn Blender, because if that's the way they're going, learn that and it'll almost certainly be good enough. Obviously not as good as, you know, knowing something as complex as Blender, but I also would like to finish this game sometime in the next century. And given my crappy health, it's going to take twice as long as anyone would expect. Almost certainly. It's okay, it gives me more to stream. I love the landscape tools. They're awesome. Might cause it to go down a little bit more. Plus at the top here, it's a little too good, I think. Because you can see through that. I need to actually raise it up a bit, honestly. Alright. You're gonna make me do more than that, aren't you? You can redo that one. That was... Over there, yeah. Alright. Gotta be careful because this wall doesn't go all the way down. I guess the floor can partially envelop the wall. I do want the feeling like this place is not quite, you know, normal. Everywhere else over here actually had walls that went all the way down. Actually, that's not true. I had the walls out here go all the way down. This is quickly becoming the prototype for how platforming areas are going to be. I also realized I need to spread the game out a lot more than I did because, you know, combat areas don't have to be very large. Sure, you might have a lead up to them, so it's just kind of a nice, you know, exploration, hide stuff sort of thing, but the platforming areas need to be huge. I need to account for that. I was supposed to be doing a bunch of other work today, and instead of doing that, a female called me and we talked for a very long time. It was, more entertaining than the work I was supposed to do. That's true. I probably didn't need to talk as long as I did, but can't work all the time, I suppose. I guess you can. Doesn't seem like the American dream to work way too many jobs. Let's just push this down here. I'm gonna want to do the same out here too. I was just kind of laying out locations for things, but clearly it won't look very good if it's just bizarrely flat. Just one thing I've learned about the landscapes. They need a thickness option. Like, they desperately need a thickness option, because how cool would it be if I could just increase the ground size or something like that, or even having some sort of stalactite option, or I guess it would be well, that's a stalactite because it's hanging down. So this way you could have like floating rocks and things like that without having to sit there and manually create floating rocks like I'm doing now. Not really rocks, it's actually floating, you know, around, but wow. Am I gonna have to, like, you know, put on like a hat here with a light so I can see? That's so weird. In 5.2, this room was super bright, and even now, if you see, sometimes it's just really weirdly lit. I don't know. The light's not blocked as well as I want it to be. I'm not sure why that is, though. You would think having the walls in the way and the landscape in the way would cause it to block the light. But if that's what you thought wrong, apparently. It's okay, you're in good company. I apparently thought wrong, too. I'm okay with this having a thing here. Like a little ledge to jump on. Doesn't really matter. Not gonna hurt anything if it's here. Why'd I do that? I don't need to do that. I want to flatten it. Are there shortcuts for these? No. Okay. It's open. know if I want a little trough per se. I'm gonna raise you up a little bit. Not quite that much. Smooth it. That's not bad. It's got a bizarre little lip, I guess, to a point, but I mean, I'm already have things floating in what looks like space, so okay. Sure. Let's get our visibility going here. Might end up changing Poppet's look it back to the other one. Like put the model in for that and then do the other. I had a woman who wants to cosplay her and even voice actor just because. So I was like, well, ooh, but she wants to dress up as a character and go to like a Ren fair and things. So between the fact that I don't really want to write a hat character in, even though I do like the hat, I already have a story, and writing an entirely new character that's literally on top of the hero's head would be pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. The story is not really looking for that. Okay, I need to lie. This is stupid. Light. Point light, please. All right. We're now splunking in the attic. I just thought I'd point this out to you. Really, it's hard to place these things. Light's not even very good. So this is just like out in the darkness, huh? Fair enough. Yeah, it's like, well, the other one this looks more fantastical, and I kind of like it, but at the same time, I don't know how good it is for a doll. I'm thinking about it. But I'm definitely gonna get rid of the hat. I really don't want to write that other character. I just don't think I'm interested in literally rewriting a story again. It does seem to be the running joke here every time I write a story, and then Art Me comes along and goes, but what if you did this? And then adds something, and then it's like, but now the story doesn't work. Really? Really? You're not gonna click this here? You just don't like this one, huh? Interesting. Not gonna lie, this tool is a little finicky. Still cool, but very finicky. Also, why are you back on that side again? Get over here. I moved over there earlier tonight, but apparently did not remember that. I guess I can move everything over the other side if it wants to sit on one particular side. Feels like I could reach that. Yeah, if you can't get the right angle, it won't let you click on it. So I'm just trying to find an angle where it'll let me even click. Also, if you have the right angle, then it'll let you delete a small portion, but if you have the wrong angle, it wants to delete like this big chunk. I could fill it up with something too. Like one of the things I can actually do, probably don't want this large of a black thing if I do this because I have that over there, but I could raise the darkness in a different area. This is just a box, right? Yeah, it's just a plane. Why is it not showing anything? You are invisible on, right? You know what? Don't know. That's okay though. Unreal Engine gets weird sometimes. Don't question it. Oops, not that kind of plane. This kind of plane. I'll use this one just because I know it's in a map that I'll probably keep. I can raise it up a bit so it doesn't look like there's anything under there. I don't know if I like that better or worse. Huh. If I do that, it looks more like a liquid. The other thing looks more like an abyss, right? I have to raise the kill plane too. Oh, that's right, I can stand on a plane. Well, that makes it terrible. But I can also just make it where you can't stand on a plane too. You just change the collision. Collision presets. No collision. I don't know. I mean, I can just raise the kill plane. I could also make it so that there's a kill plane that I just can set up that does that, and that's not terrible either. Right now, it's actually not even rigged to a plane. It's rigged to the player falling far enough. I don't know if I like that. I think I like it better just as this. Wild. Not gonna let me click on it, huh? Buddy, pal, friendo. Friendo. Yes, indeed. I think I'm gonna delete every one of these tracks. It's all ambience. After the stream, just every one of them. Like, I'll listen to them once, I guess, but they are not my jam. I could try to advance through them, but everything I've seen from this particular guy is like this kind of music, and like half the Humble Bundle was his stuff, so. The other stuff was Dark Fantasy Studio stuff, and I like their stuff, so that's fine with me. Alright, I want to test something here. Okay, well, I can always walk on that, but I'm going to take that out. Mostly I'm curious about other areas I can walk on. I'll get over there, potentially. But I got to do that over here, too, for that matter. I do like it better. Plus, it does kind of obscure things a bit. Of course, then it's going to look a little weird down here, right? If I don't block it. Do I even want a pit in this area? I might leave the pit out of this area. I guess to be fair, I've already got a setup right here because I've already got the ground doing this thing here. So it means it's going to be... You really can't see anything anyway because it's so dark. I'm also going to do something about the roof here. I'm starting to realize that I need to have a greater ceiling. Problem is... That right there is on that side. So it's not really that far. What I could do, actually, thinking about it, is just lower this down some. Take a small gear and put it there. Actually, I might move these in more. Make it a little more interesting, I should say. I mean, in theory, you could always just jump on those. It wouldn't be that bad. Or you can jump on the wheels. They're bigger. This area could do to be more interesting. This is inside these things, right? Yeah, so it doesn't even matter. A little bit claustrophobic, you know? It's definitely not the best. Might just move it down some anyway. So it's about here. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to do that, because then I got to block this area off so they can't see up there. Which I don't know if I want to do. Again, I really think I should have made it a straight line instead of more like a building. I'm seeing that. In the future, levels are going to be more straight line-ish, I think. That future might be much sooner than people think, too. Will make people question much. Guess I can't really do that. I guess I don't really need the gear. I think I'm just gonna have pipes. Not a pipe right there, though. Actually, I'm gonna do this weird thing here. I have a better idea. I want illogical weirdness. I just think that's more exciting than the other thing. think I can have them land here and then do some sort of a combat. Then I can actually have them do some more pipe things over here and skip this area out here so you don't have that. Not a bad idea. If that's the case, perhaps I do this. I did manage to get 2 of them, right? Okay. It's already rotating. Works for me. That's probably fine like that. I know I'm gonna have to tweak this and change things for like, actually jumping and testing it and everything like that. That just gives the people in the Discord something to do. I'll just have a testable game where you guys can test all the jumping for me and make certain it works. What's causing that weird clipping there? If anything, this is probably the one causing the error message. Well, as far as I can tell, you can do build landscape and then it does a build and then it just does that. Sure. Null static mesh property. Huh. What does that even mean? What does it mean? Humans? I mean, okay. It's all part of this one, isn't it? Just this particular one? Yeah, I think it's the ceiling that has the problems. I'm curious now. Let's do a save because I haven't saved in I don't even know how long. Oh, I forgot to sweeten my tea. Horrible. So bitter. Okay. This landscape is which one? It's also part of that ceiling too. Oh, that's unfortunate. But let me test this. I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. No, I'm not. Go here and see if I can delete it from this. Because if only one of them is broken, I'll just remake the dumb thing. That's fine. Wait, is there no option to just delete it outright? You can delete the streaming proxies. Sure. Well, that's the case. That's really what causes this. I think these were here and then they weren't visible. And I don't know why. While I was trying to figure it out, like sometimes the landscape just wouldn't actually display those. Right now, we're seeing a PCG task that's taking a second. Does it off screen a bit, so I have to wait a second. There's none out there. Does that finally fix the problem? Is that the issue? If I finally solve this, just delete it. I don't care. Sure. I just deleted 3, so have a lot of landscapes to work with. I was just tossing them on willy-nilly before they had nanite. Now that they have nanite, like, I literally went from like 30 FPS to like 45 FPS by just enabling nanite in all the landscapes. Though unfortunately while streaming it does reduce the speed of the game by about 15 FPS in the editor, yeah. Which I can do about that. I ain't buying new stuff to upgrade the computer, okay? As much as I enjoy streaming periodically, or just in general enjoy it, it's the budget's a little tighter these days. A lot of people, they've not been trading me the cards. A lot of people selling me their Magic collections. Oh my god, I bought so many Magic collections recently. Like the last 8 months, it's just me buying people's card collections in general. Beautiful. By beautiful, I mean kind of terrible, really. You don't really want people selling you their stuff. It means they're not playing the game. I don't want that. Right, landscape mode, because I want to see if I can spot that. Because I nailed one of them. I gotta click build all landscapes. Because what that'll do is apparently nothing. Neat. Where are the last two? Are there no more two? I wish I could figure out where this comes from. I got rid of one of the errors though. Huh. I guess I can't type that into... This one have to be in the game to disable all screen messages? Oh, still has them. Bad console. Down. Oh. Blend translucent? Oh. I have to disable nanite on anything with glass. That's interesting to note. I didn't know that was a thing. Also, I learned you could hit, you know, tilde like 2 times in order to bring that up. That's kind of cool. Disable all. Nope. Only appears when in game. So I'm looking for invisible landscapes. So middle landscape ceiling would be where? We got it? Do we got it? Anything? Oh, actually. I don't have anything extra here. I'm sure there's some invisible landscapes somewhere around here. That's clearly one of them. Where's our other friendly neighborhood invisible landscape? I'm assuming these are part of the problem too. Can I just get rid of that and then add it back to fix the problem? That'd be a no. Invisible landscape, anyone? Anywhere? Anywhere? Guys? Maybe? Those seem invisible. Still can't figure out what this one is, though. We'll see if it at least fixes one of these problems. Now, when you go to try to export these games, it just leads to a catastrophe. It's not good. Okay, so what are we doing here? First off, we're going to reduce this to a number where I can actually move successfully. And then I think I'm going to just blockade this off with a wall, even. It's not a bad idea. Oh, I can't do that well in landscape, of course. Nice. That's the end of the wall. I usually prefer not to move the end of the wall, but yeah, I guess I could do it. Oh, that's right. If you bend these walls, it does weird things with them because they're not really stable enough for that, I don't think. It causes a lot of problems. My Poppet can get behind them. I don't want that. That's why I've been using the boxes. Silly me. Oh, do I even need to block this off? Let's see. I kind of feel like this wall underneath is a little unnecessary because I have to put something above these walls, otherwise there's a hole in them. But realistically, I don't think I need that. Huh. Alright, well, let's plot where we're gonna make it visible. Definitely on this side. Select the right one. I'll make it much bigger, I think. A couple hundred instead. The combat in this area. Maybe not quite there yet. I think I'm going to probably give them a little more space. I need to remember to have enough extra so that I can drop it down and make it like it's got a wall there. Because a Poppet could never jump across. That's like way over here, probably not too bad. I could also just put something blocking the path too. Easily make that. Unless I just want a simple jump there. Maybe simple jumps are okay. I might have her turn into a ghost on like later jumps. That time it didn't do 2 jumps at all. Interesting. I'll figure out why it doesn't. I mean, it should do that because it's Unreal handling the jumps. I'm not doing anything special. I just said do 2 jumps. I'm probably gonna have even a glide, like a jump glide or something, or even just jump ghost form. That'd be interesting. I do want to include it because it was kind of thematic, but that game didn't have height. The ghost form didn't really matter. In this, it does, so being able to literally fly is probably too good. That should probably be enough of a fight area, I think. Move this fight thingy over here. And then I guess I'm just gonna start dragging things in places so it's a little better. Oops. I guess I can't really move the starting location. That's problematic because that means that I have to move the whole thing if I want that, right? I think so, because I can't select it. Select everywhere else but that one. That's bizarre. Oh, it's just part of the whole thing here. Now I can move it. But can I really? Hmm. You know what? No, I don't want to do a fresh new one. I was going to just do a whole new one. Then I was like, wait a minute. If I do that, I got to read input all this information. That's so bad. Yeah, start from the front on those splines. Moving every single one of those points seems like a lot of work. Enemy spawner. Oh. I think it's just one actor. I forgot. I have an extra one that shouldn't be on there. I should just remove it right now so I don't have to remember what it is. That gets it? No. Want this here. And so long since I've made it, I don't remember. Spawned actors. Okay, I don't need that to be a thing. I guess that's too large. Let me adjust that real fast. I was just turning off instance editable. Hi Lepus, how's it going? Playing with landscapes. Yeah. Realizing I've never made a platformer. Yeah. Got 3 of those in there. It gives 3 of these things, and then these will match where I want them to spawn. So I'll drag one there. Drag one here. This is the best thing ever when you're making these blueprints. This is the spline starting location. If you make it in the construction script here, anything you put in here, you can actually move around on the map in the editor. So I make a point of putting all my stuff in there so I can just do that instead. Just so I can make this a little larger. So I just set all these as variables, and then I can just change them as I see fit. And then with them set, you just make instance editable and then show 3D widget. And then from that point on, if it has a widget, otherwise just instance editable. That'll make it so you can just show things. And instance editable means that for each, time this blueprint is out there, you can change the variables. In this case, it lets me set each of these things. These things got pretty complicated. I can change the spawn size and everything like that too, and do a lot of weird things with it that just probably aren't that necessary, but more importantly, I have a spline here. I thought there were supposed to be 2 splines. Yeah, there's a spline too. Okay. And these spawn in a fence to just block things off. I was going to make it like some sort of shadow barrier, but I haven't found a really good way to do that yet. Because it, well, if it's a material, it looks like crap. And if it's a particle, well, it's really heavy to have that many particles. So I need a way to do it that's not heavy. Don't get me wrong, the fence gets the job done. Right about here, I guess. Could have probably got done with just one of these. I don't think I needed two, but that's okay. In some places, two is nice. Maybe I'll put the second one over here just because I know it's got to go somewhere. Might as well go over here. Is there a way to spawn multiple splines? You're gonna have to place them. I don't think it... Huh. Is there? God, that'd be kind of convenient if that was the case. Let's say there is. Oh, but the problem is then you gotta have to go through the code here and change it. Yeah, okay, I can do that right now. That seemed like quite the rabbit hole to fall down for purposes of just being able to add a random number of splines. I kind of don't think I need to do quite that much. Like, it's fine, but is it really? Why can't I move the spline to starting location? Oops. There we go. So we just do this. And my two splines meet. And two splines meet as one. It's lovely. Oh, yes. Oh, I need to increase the spawning sphere size so I can actually make it work. Don't do that. I don't want to find what was originally at. There we go. It's huge. I don't think it needs to be that big. Mostly this one that dictates everything from what I can tell. Guess about there. No. Over here. Put this outside of the circle so this way it can't cause a problem. Sure. Let's see how it goes. Those look much more interesting in this. They actually look absolutely terrible. It makes me want to now take out cell shading. The Paper ZD looks really bad in cell shading. If that should vanish, sure. I'll put some effects in to make it look better. Can't even get up there. Well, I guess I can. These have a very questionable collision. Knowing that, I'm not 100% certain I want to use them for this purpose. But I think I could probably change it and fix that. That is weird. As it doesn't jump twice. Interesting. Alright, so line pipes. Look at how much better looking this is than my thing. in a way that I don't even understand. Glass tube? I guess he just changes a glass tube for all of it? That's fascinating. I almost want to take his particular thing and use it. Probably better than mine by a lot. But I won't. Because I placed all the other ones already and don't wish to place them again. It sounds great and all. Oh, I actually looked over and there's like 44 views. Man, when I looked over there like an hour ago, it was like 1 view. These are just things that I just don't even notice. I might as well enable nanite on them. That'll probably break something knowing this. Well, I'm going to run around on them. Also want to enable them on the other ones too. I'll go ahead and save everything. Might as well get my nanite on. That is kind of the downside of using your all these meshes as your level. It means I need to have really good collision, which does probably require a lot more resources. It might not be the best choice. Much better. Did she jump to that? No. I would need a third jump or a higher jump. This pipe's a little weird. It definitely feels a little questionable. This pipe system, I think I paid $2 for these pipes. Came with all these splines and all these meshes like that, but the coolest thing about these is you can actually just change up the stuff on them. It comes in like glass and other weird things like that, opacity modifier, so I think actually you can do this, right? And this will make it more like glass. How do we make it glass? A metallic plastic. Boom, glass. Like, and it does with these too. I don't really want glass in my thing, but you know. I'm aging all my pipes quite a bit because I assume everything in the attic's going to be real beat up. Yep, old. Yep, old indeed. Changes that diameter and everything like that too. Just goes wild. There's everything you want. Change the color of them. Dude just went out his way to make it all for me. I was like, you're so wonderful, guy. Especially after I just spent a bunch of money on a steampunk assets thingy that also had pipes. But individually putting pipes together is dumb. Splines. Splines are the future. If you've never used splines, use a spline. You'll love them. In my case, almost inappropriately. Sometimes late at night I think deeply about spline. Spline is wonderful. Spline is never going to give you up, let you down, come around to desert you. I will not do the full song. I thought about it. I really did. The full Rickroll. Jesus. That guy actually came out with a new song. I didn't listen to it, but it had like 3 million views in like an hour. I hope it's even as trolly as the last one. Probably won't be. I forgot all about it. I saw it briefly and I was like, I'm gonna watch this. And then I didn't. Low-key, I actually liked that song anyway in the first place. I didn't like it when it first came out, but... Actually, I don't remember when it first came out, but... I didn't like it when I first heard it, but once it became a meme, I liked it much better. Yeah. Weird how attaching trolling makes it so much more exciting. I remember wondering how I would pull this off with looking like the weird floaty landscapes thing. This is how. You just bend your landscape down. Duh. Also, sometimes the lighting is just the enemy of the people. Like right now, the lighting is the enemy of the people. I think I'm gonna get rid of some of these lights. I don't need them. I am gonna put lights in, but I'm gonna put something that's more decorative than these. These were just there because I was trying to see where things were going down to. And for whatever reason, the lights are inconsistent. I remain less impressed with nanite, not nanite, lumen sometimes. I have no idea where the lights are coming from, but not anywhere I'm using. Okay, we'll just put it in like a little coal mine here, you know, just get the canary going on. Whatever's going on there is going on, sure. I could have just made it huge. I don't know why I haven't made it huge. Just change the attenuation radius to like 10,000 or something. Just crank this number up. Doesn't really help them show because there's nothing to reflect off of. Whatever. It doesn't really go that far. I just want to be able to see. I mean, it's daylight out right now. But in 5.3, the actual thing does block the light sometimes. Before, it was so bright in here anyway that like the landscape didn't truly block the light, but those days are done. The darkness has come. Lord Cthulhu has received enough sacrifices so that my landscapes can produce darkness now. Took a lot of goat assets to make that happen, but it was worth it. Those goat assets weren't doing anything anyway. Sometimes. Really weird to clicky on these things. Alright. Sure. That seems reasonable. I need to add more on this side, though. I'm gonna save. I don't know when I last saved. Add back a little landscape. A lot of landscape. Remember to delete that little bit over there. I could hide something in the corner. I do love hiding things. Technically, you could jump all the way back down to here if you really hated your life. Does that count? I'm sure someone will at some point, and all I have to say is, you're welcome. Get wrecked. Pretty much. Oops. Don't add it back. You have to go to scope. I'm sure I'll end up adding a bunch of crap around this, so I'll end up shrinking this circle. Almost certainly. But one step at a time. I guess the light's kind of a giveaway. Why is there light right there, but not light over on the other side? I mean, you'd think it'd be blocked as well, but here we are. Living in Here We Are land. And in Here We Are land, apparently that's just how it works. Sure. Probably don't need this far down, though sometimes it's really hard to click on it, so there's that. Wow. I'm gonna go with no. Yeah, sometimes it's got the weirdest angles. You just go with it. It's fine. It's not gonna ruin anything. Do 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 do. Let's see. That looks okay. About what I'd expect. And I'm going to pull this one way back from there because I don't really want them there. So I'm probably just going to eliminate all of that, to be honest. Make it go bye-bye. I hit a little bit over there. That's okay. I really need to expand this place out more. I'm starting to realize how much space I need for jumping things. And I think I'll put more combat over in one of these areas here. I could put it over in the corner, but I might also just eliminate the corner entirely. Do I want it in the open here? I mean, maybe. Yeah, there's no way I'll be able to jump across that. I can always block it too. I think I'll make this like a combat area. Do I want something over in this corner, or do I just want it to be pure pit along the way? I guess it could be. I might have some sort of story thing here or something, maybe. I don't know. Something interesting. Just something to break it up a bit. I might also expand out some of these areas a bit more for purposes of this. Yeah, combat can be over here. I'm going to have to probably nerf the size of this a bit. But I'm going to want some lights before I pull this off, huh? We working in this territory now. I need to make some sort of decorative lights to hang or something like that to really get an idea of what's going on. Whatever it is about this one section, it's just dark. It's just really dark. Okay, so for visibility, much smaller. I'm going to just be like 200 or something. I don't want to erase what's on the other side. Keep it nice and close. Very nice. Yeah, there's no way they're going to make that perfect. Maybe just use a bigger one from now on to have an even more extreme type of look here. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Again, I really should make this much bigger than it is normally. What are you hitting off of? There's like nothing here, right? Or is there? It's like there's an invisible one here. Wait a minute. I guess it's just doing its thing. Apparently you can click in the middle of nowhere? Huh. Alright, well, that's weird. Gonna probably need more landscape on this side here to make this work. Gotta remember to make them a lot wider. Could drag it all the way over to the side here. Do I want to do that? Maybe I might want something over here. Oops. Bit of a detour. Oops. Remember to hold shift or it won't make it go away. Actually, I might pile a bunch of crap here. I haven't piled crap in a while, and the digital hoarder in me would like to pile crap places now. I may add a hole back in here. I haven't decided yet. Weird. Remember not to let go of shift too fast or it won't work. I'm going to have to go through and erase these so that they don't stick out. Though actually, this seems to be like a more efficient method. I don't have to erase it very many places. Sometimes it really just gets feisty like that. But it does. Ooh, feisty. I guess I could just force this portion down. That should be fine. A little bit more fine work here. And just needs to go over the side more in general. It's not too bad. Just got to go through and fix a lot of this weird crap, but other than that, it's not terrible. Actually not too bad if you use a big one. Oops. Click all the way through. Like it does, but it does in a way that I don't care about, right? Actually, no, I don't want the second wall here. What was I thinking? I forgot I pulled another wall there. I was like, I'll get back to that. Spoiler, he did not get back to it. He forgot all about it. Like a pro. Alright, so I have a new strategy here. The new strategy, just put it all on one side because I have such a limited screen space to work with, so I might as well have them in one spot. Normally I would just spread it way out because I have such a big monitor. It's perfect for this. Yeah, it's not happening here today. And be careful not to do that and go too far over. We get a hole problem here, and I don't want that. I was actually going to use this track in a version of the game that of End Over Tomorrow that never happened. That game had so many weird directions it wanted to go. I actually remade the mechanic for it, though. I made it in one of the top-down games, thinking the top-down template was a good one. It's not. I copied over to the third-person one there, but it's not perfect yet. Needs some work. Is that big enough Poppet to fall through? Maybe? No, it's just kind of lit up. That's fine. Gotta be really careful that Poppet can't go through these areas, so. I am gonna replace these walls in general though. So I'll probably just push this back farther, make it harder on her. And I'll have like little islands out here that you can reach by jumping to them. Yeah, I like how it looks when you bend the landscape down. Before I was like, it looks a little crappy, but getting there. All right, now let's see. Well, now I want to redo these so they're better. Whatever. This will not be its final form, I can quite assure you that. It does kind of feel like a landing strip with all the point lights I'm putting out here. I don't know what I'm putting around here, but whatever. Extra light never hurts. I can also just drag them around, but I can't drag them around unless I leave landscape mode. I might end up doing, and I kind of just want them around here too, for that matter. I want to expand upon this spot here. Give them kind of a big area for some sort of combat, I imagine. Oops, don't need visibility on this one. Yes, yes, perfect, perfect. I guess it doesn't gotta be even or anything. I can actually make it a little less even. Probably looks better if it's not even in the first place, to be honest. In fact, I'm probably gonna bend it out a little bit here. Unintentional, but maybe. I think I'm just gonna erase that part there. I don't really think it needs to be there. A little bit better. I like the pipes just sticking out of places. I think I want more of those. I'm going to rely a lot more upon the pipes and the gears. And a much more smaller selection of various furniture. So this way it doesn't turn into some nightmare fuel scenario where I just have nothing available for... Like, I have so many resources and things like 40 gigs for just, crap in the attic. This seems insane. I'll put something out here, I guess, maybe. What is a placeholder? Remind myself. Oops. I feel like I need more lights. Need bigger lights, actually. Maybe that last one's probably in the middle of nowhere. I have a spotlight. Does it help better? No, I can't place it. Can't drag it without leaving this mode. I'm just gonna leave this mode. We in selection mode now, boys? Fair enough, fair enough. I can see. Yay. Much better. Let's drag another light, I don't care. I don't want some sort of lights anyway. I have no idea what's causing it. This particular one has so many problems. Like of all the ones there, this is the problem child. But that error will not go away. But I haven't seen those errors anywhere but this one. Is it should be possible to delete that. Apparently I wanted to save a lot more than I thought, even though I just saved not that long ago. Interesting. Oh, okay. A world partition, what are you doing? Okay, that's strange. They've been deleted. They shouldn't exist. Can I add them back? There's something really wrong with these ones. That was a floor added too. Oops. Yeah, they shouldn't even be clickable. Okay, sometimes there's some weird stuff that happens with these. I just added them, right? I thought. There's nothing to delete. Huh. Hey, Mike. Doing okay. Having a bit of weirdness with this landscape here that's got things that aren't truly loaded yet. Are apparently there. Which I find to be bizarre and weird, but other than that, things are going pretty good. Yeah, so I got this weird error problem that needs to be dealt with. I can't access them. I might just need to reload to do that. Otherwise, I'm building inside this attic area with these craziness things and making, bending the floor down. So I'm probably going to go back and rebend the floor on these so they're a little better. Start making it much wider. Kind of getting an idea when I want to place the landscape, and then from there I'm going to tweak it a bit more. I should probably make the lights bigger or farther down so I can see what I'm doing. Honestly, this doesn't seem very big. How big is this? Like, the scale's always weird to me. Not very big. Probably fine though, because I'm just gonna have various things to jump between them, and dangerous stuff in the way of stuff. Yeah, that thing is busted in half. Well, look at that. There might be a solution to that. See, 1 second. Unreal Engine. Delete landscape. I thought you could just delete it, but here this morning lets you. I mean, it should be deletable. Oh. Because I can always remake it if like moving to 5.3 really caused some weird problems with these things here. Let's delete them and see what happens. I'm curious to see if this causes all the errors to be fixed or not. 176 actors. These are undeletable though. I'm gonna reboot the editor. Sometimes things will get out of memory there. So I will, in fact, do that. With the world partition, it's just very prone to that. And normally you can go to the little world partition thingy and just highlight what you want and tell it to load those. But these particular ones seem to be immune to that little thing there. Just relaunching it. Should take a second. And I kind of want to use this graveyard scene and everything like that there because, you know, it looks so nice. I might do, I don't know, I have my own, I had that cool sky thing already, but that sky thing is like a gig. Like, all that cool stuff it can do. Oh yeah, it's a thing. Like, any plugins you're using don't necessarily work anymore because they need to have a new version released. So that's a problem. Some things will just break when you move a project over. Like, they tell you to make a backup. In fact, they actually, in the process doing that, will offer to make a backup and do it in another directory for you. That's fine. But like, for instance, like all my DAS models stopped working correctly after 5.1 due to some bone issue they changed, and then I've been dealing with that ever since. So that sucked. Also, if you're using anything that's marked as depreciated, they might have taken it out in the next version too. So you might actually just have to make something new. Like they redid that for the controls. Like they might have taken them out in this one. Let's see. Project settings, input. Oh, they are still here for now. The old input thingy here was these axis mapping things and action mappings. And they were really easy. You just made one and then named it whatever you want, pick the key you want. In this case, I'll do like key 5, the number 5 like that, whichever you want there. And then you could just call upon this in the thing, and number 5 would do that. That's how you made it. That was too easy, evidently. The new way. This is part of Unreal doesn't always, or Epic doesn't always make things better. Sometimes they just make them worse. Now, you go to these things and you make an input file called an input action. And then we'll go input action, and then I already have a dance option thing, don't I? Well, let's call this vanish. I don't know if I need this for later, but sure. Then you go into this fine thing here. You can give it a description if you want. I don't have one there. Give it a trigger if you want. I'm just going to go with press, but there's, you know, stuff. I don't know what all of them even do. You can do modifiers that do things like dead zones, negates, things like that. Stuff that, I don't know. I only vaguely know what some of it does. Okay, then with that made, then you go into this glorious file known as, what is it called? Input mapping context. Sure. And then on here, you add the thing. And then from here, you pick the key you want. I'll do this, J like that. And then you can do additional inputs and triggers, in this case, once again pressed, modifiers and stuff like that. Technically, this already has a trigger, so I don't need it. And now I can call upon J to do things. This is not an easier or better way. It's not. It's really bad. What would you say? Let's see. They kind of do, but the thing is they'll tell you multiple versions in advance, hey, this is depreciated. And you can just opt to not use the new stuff, you know, and just not update. I mean, they depreciated this ever since, I think, 5.1, and we're on 5.3 now, so it's not like the worst. But yeah, then from there, if you want to use these things, I mean, to be fair, this is a lot easier than adding a new button in RPG Maker, but the original way was a lot easier. Yeah, I'll open up the character thing here. Next made J an input action. Let's go to my event graph. Input action. And then from here I can drag off whatever I want. Oops, that's not the right one actually. Input action. There we go. Weird. Delete. Whatever. It'll figure itself out later. I pushed J. Yay. I think I'm about to fall down a pit, by the way. Yep. Okay. And with all that done, I'm actually glad to not have the ceiling thinking about it. It's kind of a pain to have the ceiling there. Did I do it wrong? Yep. See, I pushed J. Yay! Isn't that great? I think I have a dance already. Do I have a dance? I had a dance. Dance? What was dance? Oh, not that one. Oh, I had the ability to make the hat vanish. Aha! Hat! Wow. Now I'm gonna check. I could have sworn I put in a dance move. I do. Right shift. Okay. Woohoo! She can dance. We dancing. I grabbed some random dances off there. Most of them aren't even very good. But listen, she can dance. Yay! Complicated dance. There's like 3 of them. But anyway, yeah, she can dance. Oh, I have to fireball to cancel. I'm actually probably going to pull all the dances from the thriller thing and put that on there. Oh, this is so much better. Screw having lights. I just get rid of the ceiling. I'm smart. More importantly, can I finally delete this crap ceiling? Attic and ceiling. That's the wrong one. Entrance ceiling. Okay, there we are. Yeah, I don't care about the water brush manager. Thank you. Now let's see if that actually fixes this stupid problem. No, I think all the landscapes have some broken physical things for moving over. Welcome to moving between versions of Unreal. Not much you can do about it. Be sad. Doing some PCG tasks. I mean, she might get that. Who knows, you know? She could be the chosen one. I mean, maybe. I was probably going to find something very thematic for the time period. Mostly I just grabbed a whole bunch of dances. I'm like, one of these will be cool. I didn't really like any of them personally, but... When you're going for more of like a Cthulhu era type of thing, a lot of the modern dances don't make the most sense. There's that. Oops. I need to add land, not take it away. Blah, 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 blah. This here. That is so much easier to see. I guess I want to do a bunch underneath here too to make it look correct. Do I want to do that? I mean, I guess it would be everywhere else. Or I could just actually have landmass under it. Oh, there's one here I need to get rid of. No jumping on that. Nope. Bad. Nope. Like the player is like a dog or something. You hit him with a newspaper. No. No jump on that. I could optionally do the other, or I can just make a whole wall below it. I think that's just blatantly better. I don't want to get rid of the PCG thingy, because every time I do anything, another PCG thingy happens, and it just makes it take forever. And it rebuilds the navigation, too. Which reminds me, why is there a nav mesh still? I don't care about the nav mesh. It's only good if you're actually going to show some things here. I don't plan on doing any nav mesh right now. But if you interrupt the nav mesh, it's got to sit there and redo it for everything because it's dictates how the AI moves around things. So I guess that's about where I want it to be. Yeah. Well, if I pull it back. And then mix them a little more back here, maybe. Okay, those PCG tasks are annoying. Every time I move one of these walls, it's messing with the PCG task. There's not even a PCG task anywhere near here. I don't understand. Like, the PCG thingies are happening up here. And they're happening over here. Is this wall going underneath? Oh, that's probably what it is. The wall goes slightly underneath? Oh, man, really? Really? Huh. Well, that's irritating. Let me, fix that. Come to me, PCG graph. I need anything I can click on. It does not matter. Clean up. Stop that. You can go back when you've learned your lesson about making it take forever. I can't have it far forward like that. That'd be terrible. And then I'll bend this one down and it should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and eliminate way back here, though. Right like to that. Then sculpt her down. Yep. Should have just hid that landscape, but I was trying to fix that stupid glitch it was having. I really thought that was the one, because it's the only one I've actually seen have that problem. And, it, you know, there's still 176, and now it says 5 need to be rebuilt. Yeah, I don't know. One of the things they suggested was to simply make a new project with the landscapes in there and just import it over the top. So that might actually be what I do. I'll make a new project, and then I'll just take the height maps off all these, import them onto there, and then I'll have a... I'll just copy paste all the meshes over because you can just do that in mass anyway. That'd probably be more efficient than trying to solve a problem that so far I haven't found a solution for. I've been scouring the forums trying to solve this mystery of what causes that, but no one seems to know, and it seems to be really prevalent. So I'm told there's actually an error in 5.3 and there's already a fix out on their GitHub, but the error is not the error I have, so I have no idea exactly what's causing it. So as exciting as it was to install an updated version, I wasn't going to bother. I was like, it fixes a problem I don't even have. I don't even know what this problem means in the first place, so we're good. I could smooth this. Do I want to smooth that? Would that even look better? Maybe. Smoothing? Maybe a little better, actually. I don't know, mate. Does it look better? It looks kind of boring now. I almost like it better not smooth. Would probably fix this part down here, though. No, it does the opposite. Whatever. Make it look like they're just coming up out of the darkness. Guess I should actually finish this side, too, while I'm at it. Oh, yes, the area that you can't actually go to. It's possible I should actually add it in, too, and make it larger. If you're going to jump between areas, it might actually be more interesting. That's not a horrible idea. That is kind of a thing I haven't been doing, which is spacing stuff out. On the other hand, this is kind of just the starting area, and I'm going to have to add in a bunch of things like that. One of the things I could make them do instead of having this wall is make them go under it and then come up over here. That might be kind of interesting. But this is kind of already set up for walls and everything to come to this area, which I'm going to remove a bunch of crap from. Huh. I do kind of like the going under thingy. It's just a weird thing to do. Because I could have you go under, and I could actually have you come back, too. It does seem a little extreme for this area, though. I actually have this area I haven't used either. As you can tell, there's a lot of areas I haven't used. You could also make them go to the side instead. Really expand it out, since I have to do a lot more space for jumping in general anyway. So, I mean, optionally, I could send them to this side, too. Huh. I'm gonna try this out. I'm curious. I don't know when the last time I saved was. Apparently it crashed, by the way. Yep. At least it didn't crash the stream, I don't think. Sometimes it does kind of do that kind of crap. Usually about 4 hours in, though. It's only been 2 hours and 27 minutes. Interesting. Yeah, I might make a version that, you know, people can play on the Discord or something. Test out all the, like, jumping and crap for me. Because I mean, can always use more testers. Once it reaches that point. Now it'll delete that. I don't know why I'm keeping this, but I might have a use for it later. Yeah, this new system is so weird for doing those. I don't like the new system very much. Unnecessarily difficult. It's not even difficult, it's just weird. No, actually, now there's problems in the bottom area, too. That's okay, I can just take the height map out of this and then drag it into a new one, and that's almost certainly what I'm going to do. But I'll do that off stream because nobody wants to watch it load up a new project where it just compiles everything for like the next 15 minutes, 20 minutes or whatever, while I copy paste things back and forth. I guess it didn't do any of this, but that's okay. Because now I'm not 100% certain I even want that in there. Oh, PCG stuff again. I didn't disable it. I want it to be as meandering and weird as possible. Just so it's more interesting. I think I'll just have meat like that. Can delete that one. Add a new one. Okay, that is just... Stop with the PCG crap. Jesus. Clean it. I need something to click on for it to work. I already... Okay, I didn't disable it. Good. Clean that one up too. That means it just stops it from generating, which means it'll stop doing the PCG tasks, which is worth it. Very worth it. So much time is saved by doing that. I guess there's corner pieces too. I don't know if I want that secret over there necessarily. Maybe. Then I probably want them to be able to reach over in this general vicinity. Is that pushed up against the ground at all? No. Can be though. Nope. Got off that, click on it. Could have a secret platform that goes over here and does something. Is that what we're doing? I'm going to save after doing all that. Now that it's laid out. Yeah, I like that idea better. This whole map is going to get drastically changed because now that I've done that, like this was more like a start type of thing, and now it's gotten to the point where this is so much more complicated. Like this here is more complicated than this one over here. That's okay. It was originally just laid out, so I had an idea of what I was doing. That's a real thing that was necessary. I just had no idea. I could make him run past there too. I also don't need to make this map as long as I am either. I might actually break it in half or even potentially put it as a separate map entirely. Also, I'll have something people can test much faster if I don't have this giant full map done in order to do anything. Anyway. As you can see, I still have quite a few landscapes. There's definitely too many. That's what I found the best way to do a cave actually is just to sandwich two landscapes. You could do it entirely out of meshes, and that's not a bad decision to be completely honest. But, why is that adding? I don't have it on add. I have it on take away. Oh. I see. You're on texture. Oops. Texture is really good for some things, but I don't really find it's that good for wiping stuff out on these. Like, it just doesn't do what I want it to do. It could actually have a gate that's locked and force you to get pieces. I like that idea. Alright, so if that's the case, let's give you like a few points to get to. know what was going on there, but that was weird. Also, while I'm at it. And now I finally have a reason to send someone back here. Oh wait, there's not actually an actual landscape piece here. Not a new landscape, just a new thingy. That is weird. It is not actually adding new ones to it. They don't look real. Alright, well, new plan is new. In new plan world, I don't bother to figure out what's causing that right now because I don't wanna. I don't really want to stop in the middle of the stream just to figure all that out. Who knows how long that could take. Instead, we're just doing this. Boop. All by boop. Whatever, I'm going to put a corner piece on him eventually anyway. I could actually make a weird path out here and then make jumping puzzles off of the path. Or just jumping things. Sure. It is the first area. It's not supposed to be that incredibly difficult. But it'll probably be the first legitimate puzzle of sorts. I'm not sure what I'm going to program in the puzzle for, but I know it's going to be 3 pieces you got to get. Even just 2 pieces, actually, just make you have to go over to get to each one here, because, I mean, that's fine. It is the first one. It doesn't got to be that complicated. Over time, it'll probably get much better, but I'm fine with making him jump across that. Actually, I could just make it a more interesting landscape, too. I guess I could actually just add the landscape back that's missing here rather than try to get rid of it. Try to be that guy. I'm just going to have to basically add in a whole bunch of moving things, but I want to kind of lay things out and then have an idea where the moving things are going to go. And then I'll know what I need to make. Because right now, I mean, I could make all kinds of things like squishers and like, you know, things that like swing back and forth and make puzzles that, you know, have gates and things. I could make all these things, I guess. I don't really know what I specifically need on those. Just could make them. Can I walk across this? Is this too big? Too small? That's fine. Very laggy. So the downside of streaming. Also, it's pretty hot in my room. It's probably not helping the computer out either. I don't know why there's a green reflection. Oh, it's from that. Well, there's going to be a roof over this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I might make more of a dome roof, or even just raise the roof up by an extra level so you don't hit it. That was a problem when I was doing some underground stuff, is that literally you would hit it and it just doesn't work that well. So I might not want to even have underground stuff knowing that, or make the underground much lower. I might also just have some crazy bubbling liquid of some sort as well. I mean, anything can be put in underneath there pretty easily. Because I forget what I want. I also have flying furniture for all I know. Oh. I might put an extra wall down there so that's not a problem there. I think that's actually where it's supposed to be at. I was going to commune with each other. I guess the question is, what am I going to do here for purposes? Do I want more holes in the ground? I kind of want more combat in this area. No, I don't want holes here. This area can be combat centric. If that's the case, I need to flatten this. And then add back that little bit that's missing. Actually, can I just visibility that one out of existence? Maybe. Oh, there's a chance that'll be a problem. Perfect. I don't know if I'm going to use this whole section over here. Maybe. Could actually just sit there and ram these together, make this longer too. I clicked something? I did. Oh, that's right. Clicking elements actually goes onto the thing. I forgot about that. Alright, so... put more pipes in, things like that. Sure. When did I last save? I don't know. Sure. Whenever I enter in the game, I can actually disable those messages. Oh, cool. Glad I clicked save there because it went and crashed again. Well, I'm going to launch that again, and I'm going to take a quick bio break while it's loading. Yeah. Perfect timing. I will be right back. Ah, all right. You can see that this is going to be a thing here that just it crashes more often than I want to. I might actually just need to do smaller maps because you know all the stuff that helps with the memory management works for the player playing the game, but it doesn't actually work with the editor itself. The editor itself just loads what you need to go, and it doesn't care. But I got to redo all that, huh? Wow. And I worry that it's too many things because I actually have it set to basically just get rid of that stupid message saying that the textures are too much. So the game doesn't look like crap, because if I don't do that, then the game looks like crap. I wonder if that's too much with the streaming as well. I mean, let's see, with the editor actually running, it's using like 49% of the CPU and like 73% of my graphics capabilities, I guess. Or I guess low 70s. It's not terrible, but I can see where it would overload. Alright, well, remember all that stuff I made? Yes, I'm making it again. Maybe I should leave on autosave. God, autosave. I guess now I have a lot more space on the computer, so I could autosave if I want. I don't see PCG graphs good. Yeah, I might actually just take this entire giant map and just move it over to a different one. Just grab all this. And just make the first map this little area. Maybe expand it a little more, and then I might keep a small duplicate portion of this map right here. So when you run out of there, like when you look through her picture, you still see this little part here, but then you won't see the rest of it. It's not a bad idea, actually. It also fixes this problem because I'm creating new landscapes here. Is that the plan? I do worry that this is just too much for my computer. Then the other problem is when you get up to, okay, this camera is driving me crazy. When you get up to here, it'll hide a portion of this landscape, and I've set it up to max view, and it still doesn't show all of it. It'll show, it doesn't have the vista that I want, so it'll only show a small portion like that. Oh yeah, running it's also additional things there, I guess. Well, it's actually not that bad. 70% or so being run. Okay, well, I didn't account for it loading those slow enough that I could actually run inside them. It is using a lot. Oh, I know why it's taking a lot, because the PCG graph is off. 1 second. It loads that up, and then it should load much faster. Yeah, there we go. This was having to make the whole PCG graph upon starting. Yeah, you guys have this problem there. It just loads things up, and those aren't loaded in the HL. You can see which things are not set up for the H-load thingies. They're really far away and all that. And if memory serves, it's like world settings, I think. Not kill Z. There's a movable skylight. Huh. In theory, this should be like the max view distance. Unless there's a way to set beyond it. But even then, it didn't really up to how far you can view, from what I can tell. There must be something I'm missing. But otherwise, it doesn't look right, and so I almost need to have this separate, like this last portion that you come up here be a separate map, just for visibility purposes. Also, it means I wouldn't have to load all this map just to show it, which is an interesting idea, because, I mean, just from a memory management perspective, it's probably a good idea to do that, I assume. Like, it's probably not a bad idea. I'll look into it, but I kind of do want to put these on a different map, because, like I say, it does seem like a little much for my computer. The more I add into this game, the more, like, it's just getting to be more and more stuff that's on this map, and there's 918 actors as is. So, well, I guess there's two ways I could go about this. I could optionally move all this crap, or I can optionally just move this crap. I can also optionally duplicate the map entirely, and then just delete what I'm not using on those maps. I'll think about it. I'm gonna have to do something anyway about that, so I'll mess with it a bit more. If it crashes again, I'll switch to doing that, because I really don't want to redo it again. But otherwise, I'd probably rather do that when people aren't watching, just so you don't have to watch a whole lot of just loading. Oh, PCG graph, my bad. Oh, black mode. Details. Clean up. Wrong one. Round 2. It'll be better the second time, I swear. By better, I mean it'll be something the second time. Mostly. Everything's better the second time. That's like just like the not true statement of the century. Not better the second time. A lot not better the second time. You know, I could actually just have like a weird gateway they have to go through and not have a landscaper in front of it. I don't know. Both are options. I guess I'll expand out a little bit. Sure. Ugh. Redoing things sucks. That camera speed is just too much. 0.33 is going to be pretty bad too. I need more visibility than this to work with. It's not going to get the job done. Sculptor down, boys. Sculptor down. Once I get this section laid out, I'll start putting in pipes and things too to make it look a little better. And then junk. Maybe more box walls and things like that too that are just there. I might need to do a little improvement on these though, I think. Just a bit. Not that big though. Maybe a little smaller. Maybe. I'm just going to type 100 in there. It's a lot easier. It can creep up the wall some. Maybe not like that much. That's a little bizarre, but... Smooth does not want to work here. Interesting. Well, fine. I'll just manually do it that way then. It's perfectly acceptable. And I guess to be fair... Well, I don't want him to be able to fall between it, so let's push it back up a little bit, I guess. I could have also just put a floor down there, too. By floor, I mean a wall. There's a solid argument for just having a wall. Flatten? Flatten higher than that? Sometimes it gets these weird ridges that it just cannot get rid of. And in those instances, usually you gotta use one of the really destructive things to fix it. Even this one, like, smooth isn't doing anything to it. Erode it? Okay, that's a lot of going on there. I could actually just do that. Could also create a flat area here for him to land on, too, for that matter. What do I want to do? I don't know about that. Could just have a wall. I'll have to think about the tool strength's really high, so maybe I can do something like that and reduce it a little bit. There we go, that's better. Not perfect, that's okay. The music is playing because I'm fighting the crash monster. We're unstoppable. Oh, it's right here under the wall here. Let's save. See if it crashes again. Okay. I think we've arrived at a simple conclusion that either the update or something, or the size of the map is too much. So we'll have to fix it. Because I don't want to see it continuously crash there. I can't continue on otherwise. You're gonna launch again, right, buddy? Pal? Friendo? Well, you know, it's always more fun when the stream just crashes a lot. I guess the stream itself hasn't crashed. There's that. But... You know, what can you do? So, making extra maps is the new plan. I technically already have a map made, so I can just copy paste a bunch of stuff there. Probably easier to just straight duplicate the map, but doing that might also pick up the error, so I don't know if I can actually copy paste it at that point then, because I think the landscapes themselves are broken. Uh-huh. I kind of wish I'd separated them all out into a smaller map to start with. I'll try this. I'll duplicate it, and then I'll just delete all the ones that aren't that useful on this map, and then I'll have a backup of it in case something happens. Because at this point, I mean, can't really progress at this moment. Or you cannot duplicate one of these. That's weird. Why can't you duplicate it? Can you duplicate that one? Can you not duplicate one that's loaded? Let's check that out. That might be a thing. I was going to name them after the attic, things like that, but I think I'm just going to name it the what they are. Can I duplicate this now because it's not open? Yeah. I want to see a couple things on this. First of all, I want to see if it actually counts it as part of the same thing or not. I should have realized that my computer, while powerful enough to build this level naturally, wasn't powerful enough to stream and build a level at the same time. So now I should be able to go to the size map. Okay, I expected this to be significantly bigger than before. Because it's a map. It's huge. It links to everything. And yet, I'm just saying, it's actually tiny. Being smaller than Poppet. That's wild. I don't see it linking to the second file. Self, world grid material. Fine, fine. Can't scroll down, that's annoying. Whatever. Do this. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it cares. Okay. Well, then, if that's the case, let me load this one up, make certain it's a good copy. And then I'm going to get to deleting on the first map a bunch of stuff. No regions loaded. What you say? Why do this? Technically, I can unload regions too in order to make it easier on the computer. Which is an option. I don't know. I need to sort them out by what's in each area too. It'd be a lot easier to unload an area, but it'd also be easier to unload an area if you just actually had, I don't know, multiple levels. I'm gonna have to make a teleport system between them because, you know, starting in a specific location isn't something that UE really does very well. Okay, yeah, so we'll go back to the first one then. And we're just going to make this much easier on my computer. We're just going to plan the first section to going through that painting and the second, you know, section of the this thing here. And then we're just going to delete everything else that isn't that. Because this is a lotta. not a fan. No. Apparently you can't just directly delete. You have to actually delete each section first, which is why I'm doing that. I looked that up on the forums. That's why I know that's how it works. But we'll just do this. We'll make this a lot easier on my computer. Because, yeah. And then I'll just, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I did spend a while messing with Windows, but this is not actually Windows' fault. For all that I make fun of Windows, for all that it does. This is a bizarre update issue. Oh, that's fair. Actually, overall, once I got Windows doing its thing, I got past that update, had a special program to do that. It was fine. I mean, other programs had some issues, but that's fine. It is what it is. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and delete this one too. Landscape number. Oof. Wait, I don't want to delete all of it. I want to delete a lot of it. But I want to keep that last little bit for the illusion that it's there, and I'm going to delete those. Yeah, that's an option. I come to the conclusion game dev is just going to be a lot of work no matter what you use. It's just the end result is so much better in some things over others. But I've seen how much work goes into basically any engine you use. It's going to be bad. This engine's got its problems too, but like I say, the end result's so cool. What it gives you is so neat. Man, those problems, they are something. What is this? What this? I don't know. Oh, the design notes. Yeah, I get rid of those. They look bad on stream. I didn't sort everything out. I'm stupid. I should have sorted it. Whole weird system I made in here. Yeah, I like the idea of splitting up a lot more. Much as I thought this was cool. Thankfully, I didn't put much in most of the places. I literally only put a handful of things in places to test out, so... Oh, that's right, I can just delete the streaming proxies, too. That is the same as deleting the landscape, right, before I get all ham. It does appear to be... Wait, no. Looks like it does. I want to see what I can actually see from that particular thing there, because I need to keep that much. Everything else I don't want to keep. Just enough. I might want to keep those. I guess you can't see them. You can see those, though. That should give me all the landscape back, right? And more. I only need what you can see. So that big mountain is Okay, it's just hard to move that little bit there to see. You're never going to go through the painting. You are going to see everything on the side of that mountain. And a lot of things that I need to basically blank out in the other version. But that's okay. I don't care about that. If I got to grab the height map from the other, I'll do it. That's fine. Okay, so everything on the other side of this mountain I can get rid of. And even then, how do I get rid of the rest of the assets here, though? I think I have to keep them. Yeah, because you could still see that far up there. So I got to keep anything there. I'm probably going to have to add some assets later. It's possible I might just barricade this whole section here so you can't see over it in order to make it where it's easier. I don't know. But if that's the case, I don't need anything over here. So let's just get rid of this crap and call it square. Actually, I can just get rid of a whole section over here. I forgot about this one way over here. Even with nanite landscapes, I still don't want these things around. All this effort to make this cave. I'm not even sure I'm going to use this cave. At some point I might want to, but... Oh, that is the cartoon water. I just didn't realize it was so small. And this one is this landscape here. So landscape 2 needs to go bye-bye. Yeah. The water brush manager is only if you're using the stupid water thing. And the water thing is neat. Like, you don't see me using it, but it is really neat. It's just... it does things that I don't like. That's my best way to put it. Like, I don't quite know how to make it where it doesn't adjust the landscape and still moves up the distance I want. It's really weird. Like, it just seems very unusual. So we'll do this. Okay. Everything was just laid out here. It's not even much out here besides that, so it's not like it's that bad. I deleted the PCG graph. Something here. Oh, an enemy spawner? Yeah, I don't need that. Alright. Hopefully this is a lot less heavy so I can do that problem there. Also, if you'll notice, oh, every one of the actors has the problem, by the way. If you notice, every time I delete one of these, it removes one of the actors with problems. That's more than nanite meshes need to be rebuilt, though. Yeah, I'm probably going to do some sort of transfer to fix the other one. Like, I don't think I can do it this way. I'm sure I'm going to have to go through and manually fix it. But now I know that it was every single one of them. Thanks, Epic, for really testing that one with other projects. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave that there. But I'm going to get rid of every actor. I don't need them. I'm also going to shrink that PCG graph too. That'll be good enough. Too bad I can't delete the rest of it. If I just sit there and just cap this off around the side of this, I could. Whatever. So we do that, and then... Also, I don't need these running. These are just literally minions running around, but I don't need them. I have spawners. That's probably also eating a bunch of resources. Those things are heavy. Yeah, you're seeing little glitches even in this one. I'm kind of hoping there's a fix so I don't have to do what I described, but probably isn't. Okay, now for a moment of truth. I should have tested this a moment ago. Click save. Oh, look, it's saved. Worth it. Freaking worth it. Oh my god. All I wanted was a save. Jeez. Alright, so this will be the first section, and we'll leave that there. And, I mean, it seems like it's... didn't do a whole lot to reduce the resource usage. But it doesn't really matter, because I can save, so... There you go. I'm going to leave this as my reminder. That one day I want to have a pumpkin race. Just because. Why not? I mean, I'm not going to bother make a ceiling again, because what I'm actually just going to do is make it dark. Or I can get rid of the sky entirely. I mean, if you're never going outside... Well, I kind of want it for right there, don't I? Okay, well, now let's try this again. Let's see if I can actually finish this crap. For the third try here. I mean, I can't even add new sections to this without it breaking too, right? So, I mean, that sucks right there. It's not even on the right one. Yeah, I can't even add new ones. There's definitely broken things going on here. That's okay, because I can just grab the height map, so it's not like a big deal. Now I actually have an idea of what would actually be on this map, too. I could just literally grab everything and drag it over, except for, a bunch of stuff's not even loaded. Why it not loaded? Oh, no, we're in landscape mode. Yeah, I could just drag everything over to the new map right now. There's negative box brushes still? Where? Wait, I kept those? I don't want negative box brushes down here. The negative brushes and the positive brushes are very heavy. It's just over here doing its over here things. Group Factor 3. This was something from like the very beginning. Because I hadn't actually made anything yet, so I was like, I'll just do this. Where be it? Yeah, this is like, should just be Tinka's box. Oh, it is still just her box. Huh. Yeah, okay, when I originally had the wall there. Sure. I wish I'd hunted all these down originally, huh? Oh well. It's funny because back in 4.26 I made a simple level and it was great, and then I decided to keep making bigger levels, and I should have just made the simple levels and just stuck with them. You don't gotta load the whole game into one level. I mean, I guess you can if you're like some sort of memory wizard, but I am not. I could expand upon this area too, for that matter. It's an idea. I might do that. I think I'm just going to contain the whole first level in this small section here, and that'll be... Oh, the whole first section of the first level, I should say. All right. Before I bend it all down, I'm going to actually try to save. You know, just for novelty's sake, see if it actually works this time. What is even going on here? There we go. Phase 1, I've laid out some stuff. It's saved. I mean, it should be way easier to save at this point. I wonder if it also loads way better too. Probably. That probably is feeling a lot less probably. Oh, it's probably just to load the PCG graphs. Nice. We're in the green. That's always nice. Not that in the green. Obviously, I'm going to have a ceiling, so you can't see that crap. I could also put some sort of blinders on the painting so you can't actually see very far out. That would eliminate the need for a lot. I also need more areas to build weird crap things like this too, so I'm going to start doing that more too. I don't know, it's an idea. I'm experimenting a bit. Alright. For the third time. Not gonna lie, I'm getting tired of doing this particular area. Much less fun the third time. I was hoping to be decorating this area by now. Is that what's going on now? Just grab this Z and make it easy on myself. The actual good tracks from that Humble Bundle. Oh, saved it. Nice. Probably the worst version of it too, because I've been on the third try, carry the least. Yeah, I probably should just move it over the other one there. That error is annoying. Let's test. Let me save on that again real fast. See if that did the build thingy. Okay, so landscape mode. It's under import, right? You go to export. That's so stupid that import and export are under the same thing. Should be a notifier that says export is also there. This one is... I'm just making a save file real fast. And then I'll hit yes. Off. Apparently you can load only certain portions of it and export only those. Interesting. Is there an option to do as one? Okay, yeah, I screwed that up. I'm dumb. 1 second. What it did was it exported it as one file for each and every section. I'm laying a little secret. That's not gonna fly. But there's also this option to export a single file, you know, like a normal person. Export. About this time to work. Yep, this one here, painting area 1. Here's when I showed someone it a while ago how it worked. I don't need those ones though. And then well, we'll get to see, you know, see it live if it actually works. Oh, I don't need the catacombs thingy, right? Does this even do anything? Like, it was like an extra map, but it was just way below everything. I think it was just so I could have black below everything. That's true. I think that was actually the purpose. Just have black on it under everything. Then I think I put a different thing under it anyway. It didn't even matter. Maybe. Well, I don't need to export that. I can always just add another one if I want. And I'll come back with the rest of it. Sure. Can I just straight import into this one? Or do I have to do another one? I might. I guess I didn't hit export on that partial map, whatever. The big one. I don't know about you guys, that seems a bit not correct to me. I gotta create a new one anyway. Import from file? Height map file? Yes, yes. Height map file. Oh, there you go. It's like we're in Tron or something like that. Apparently this is how it views all that. Wild. I guess that's the size of the height map, huh? What was it called? No. It was Landscape Master. I forgot the name of the stupid files. I guess I'll manually look it up. Inventory Master Attic. All right. Is it like Boom Shakalaka? We getting it? Maybe. Did it freeze? Does it not blend? Kind of feel like it didn't blend. Or it's just taking a while. This is when I wish I had an entire, like, you know, massive conversation just going on in the chat so I could be like, hey chat, how's it going? Instead, one of my monitors flickered. Thus showing me who the real boss was. Oh, did it unfreeze? Okay. This is weird. 0 out of 10. Do not like whatever just went on there. That's unusual. It should just be able to import. I mean, I guess that's correct. It looks really weird without the stuff. Alright, well, here's how we make it paintable. Wait, non-blend. Yay! Where are we saving it? That is good question. Good question indeed. Why don't we save whole map first? Yep. People. We are saving it there. Could just call it after this one, actually. Alright, that will stick with the Dark Circus thing here. Circus. Can't type. Part 1. A complicated naming system here. Now with that done, it'll put it in the right location and save me the trouble. Do that there, and that should make everything start to look about normal. For some reason it's now on the other screen, but it's just asking me the same dumb question. And I'm just telling it yes. Or just telling it save, I should say. So the fact that those say none on them is kind of weird. Why is there an unloaded landscape? Are there two of you? That's a little disturbing. Where in the world is the second landscape? Okay. It doesn't look very correct, does it? But it probably needs crap on top of it to be correct, because then that one map would be right here, right? I think. Yeah, it doesn't seem right at all. What's this? Huh. Alright, well, you know what might be happening here? I might actually just do a bit of research on that one, because it just looks wrong to me. I guess I could copy paste everything from the other map over. Yeah, I don't know. Problems created by the new system. Excellent. Wait, what? Okay. Did that fix the problem? Doesn't look like it because this error's still there. Whatever. Sometimes you have some problems. I'm just saying. You be having the problems. could raise this up a level. Do I even want to do that? I don't know. Gotta remember to do multiple pieces or it bends funny. Let's go straight up. Like I said, there's going to be a ceiling up there, so it doesn't really matter if it goes above the ceiling. Now we're going to go down here. I do kind of like having a little underworld they can go down into. It is kind of neat. Almost like a cave above the darkness. I do kind of like the cave above the darkness theory. That'd almost be claustrophobic. The big problem though is that when you jump it clips. Also, that's just obnoxious. Because you'll hit, the camera doesn't quite recognize the landscapes very well, from what I can tell. So, Huh. One's called Arcanes. By Dark Fantasy Studio. I'm going to make a note of that one. I'll catch you later, Lippus. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to keep doing this, honestly. I can feel the yawns coming on. Thanks for wandering in and watching me break things. Jesus. It's so much breaking of things. Soon, though. Soon my attic will be creepy and weird. It'll probably be a lot like Alice Mandis Returns and how it feels. Yes. Anyway, I'll see you over the Discord. Unless you're gone for the day, in which case I'll see you later. It's actually too high, right? So it doesn't even work. Kind of like the pipes being really weird now. They won't see this though. This is too high. Actually, this will be like not too bad right there. I only want to create a new landscape. Ugh. Yeah, I have things I need to solve though, but I came up with some better ideas, so it wasn't like the most worthless night. A lot of designing of landscapes happened. So, concepts of layouts and things like that. This takes a while to design things, to be honest. Actually, I'm gonna remove that one. Just jam it directly into the landscape. Oh yeah, the piece geograph has to be generated. Forget that every time. Easily wide enough. Actually, probably better than the last one. Anyway, since no one's watching at the moment, and it's been like a lot of hours, I think I'm gonna call it. It's like 3 hours and 47 minutes. Yeah, okay. Reasonable enough. Anybody watching in the future, thanks for watching. If YouTube's hiding people who are watching, thanks for watching anyway, even if I can't tell you're watching. And I am off to fix problems by watching tutorial videos and the like.